So this is the Hellifield lay-by. Get a cafe and do obviously somewhere for the cats to have a bit of stretch of their legs and the dogs and everything. Oh my word, I absolutely scare myself. Shit that's coming here. The sat nav took me all the Manchester way and up all the sort of M60 and God knows whatever, and I had to go through a B road. I was literally doing 25 miles an hour around all the lanes and everybody behind me, and you never know where to sort of pull over to pass, let them pass. I just can't do this. She is way too big for the hills and the lanes as I thought she would be for me. And I'm nervous enough in a transit, I'll go slowly then, but you know, in this lorry it's just, you know, it's so scary for me. But we'll see how the A roads go and what I've got to do. Obviously it's a lovely home to park up in, but she's just really scaring me. But we'll see how things go. Obviously once I've got to my parking space I can just set up, but it's the travelling I'm really struggling with, and the uphill and down dales when the lanes are even narrower and scarier and steeper. You know, she was doing fine, I'm just too scared to go too fast down them, so obviously I'm putting pressure on the gears and the brakes and everything. But she's been fine, she slept all the way here. We're not far from our destination, but we may have a night here, we'll see how things go. I'm a bit on an angle, but I'm falling into bed, not out of bed, and a generator should stop later, but at least we can get hot food and everything if I can afford it. And I bought myself a loaf of bread from the garage, that was £2, and I got my fuel in, that was actually cheaper. I think I got it at £1.89 or something, so that was alright. But anyway, we'll catch up later. Give her a bit of a break here. She's just jumped out and it's her first look. Look at this space she's got to hunt. What's that then, G? There's that sign saying about ground nesting birds. But there's plenty of mice in these bits, and I'll give her a bit of... What's out there, hey? Isn't that good? And all the raptors fly up around this bit. So that's the raptor rocks, and we'll see owls and God knows whatever coming down. So obviously I'm going to keep a very close eye on my cats and not let them off, and be out there with them all the time. And they're in at bedtime. What's that? And sticky stone should be in amongst that, I think probably in that dark bit there. We'll dig that out later, but right now she's been waiting for a good space to sit down and hunt, so she is happy. All right, darling, that do? What a good girl. Yeah, there she goes. She's sat down happy. And Spirit's just coming out now. He's still a bit warm, he's not very well, but a bit of fresh air we're doing. We'll get on a cushion then. Get on a cushion. You right, Chief? Yeah, it's nice and cool, isn't it? Beautiful cool grass, that's what we needed. I'm trying not to get too emotional, but this is just beautiful park up for them. Hey, where's Spirit going? I'm trying not to cry, I'm just trying to do a quick video. I haven't even put makeup or anything on yet. I'm just sort of so scruffy and just wanted to get driving today. But we're here. Unpack a sticky stone. See, I knew I'd break when I get here. I haven't got to a stone yet. But I'm just so happy. Look at these two. Just so happy that they can be here. You know, I just wish I could bring Connie again. But they've all been here. Connie and Connie and Rainbow and Bentley and Sticky obviously have all been here. Caveman obviously didn't make it, but we got his ashes, and I really wanted to get these two here. You good girl. Anyway, I'm going to have a few moments on my own before I even think about getting ashes out, and I'm not going to do that till tomorrow. I want to do it on the 10th, because the 10th is the first day that Connie visited Sticky Stone as a baby. So that's another special anniversary. So I'll obviously put the video on when I'm ready, but not yet. I need to have a day here on my own now with them. You finding sticky stone, Chief? I don't think you can reach it. She just wants a hunt. Chief, you in there? Chief, whoop. Where's Chief? Morning. It's 7:15 in the morning on day 2. As you can see, Spirit's up and out. He's feeling a lot better. His eyes are better. I both had a good sleep on my pillow next to me. Mischief came back after probably 2.5 hours exploring outside with no harness and no track on. And intentionally, she had escaped out that window in the back of the van, which is now closed. And I'll have to try and get the put the grill back on to shut it up. But as soon as I was out there calling and walking and everything else, whooping her and everything, and then I thought I'd sit down and wait for her and put the light on. I thought that's actually what I'll do, because she couldn't get back in on her own. I sat and opened this door, put this chair upstairs. Did you put the chair here? Open this door, just went and sorted out a little one, and then she walked. So she's a good girl. She came back on her own, even though she had all that to explore. The sheep were about, so I bet she's a bit nervous with them, but she was very good to have all this look to go hunting in, and she still come in. So that was incredible. I was going through quite a lot of anxiety last night, thinking, oh my God, I've come to sort of see Spirit and Sticky Stone, and she's gone walking and disappearing here and where she wants to be. But no, she decided she wanted to be with me. That's lovely. You managed to get up there, darling. Jump, good boy. And you'll sit in the chair, look nice and quietly. Good boy, Spirit. So yeah, whilst I was looking for her, I wandered up through to Sticky Stone up there, and it's quite overgrown, and he's still got a bit of a faded name, but it is there. So like I say, I sort some mushes out to scatter today. I might just scatter them or throw them like this direction or something, rather than try and go up there. But I expect I will go up by the stone actually. But I'll also put some around here. But it's a beautiful place. We had a really good sleep. So you see they're happy. So I've got to get myself up, washed and dressed, and have another lovely day here. It's quite busy down the road. All the parking spaces down the road were spoken for. I know the next one next to me was somebody was there, but nobody come and parked on my spot, which was nice. What a beautiful day, eh? There'll be plenty of walkers out today. I wanted to get my walking boots at some point and do a little bit of walking, but it's actually safer and easier to walk at my next stop I'm going to. Yeah. Oh, and as I saw just before Mischief, I realised Mischief was missing. the white owl came past. It came so close, you could see it was a barn owl, I could see his face and everything, and he literally just flew across here like that. That's why I was a bit worried as well, because obviously if he was out then the raptors might have been out, but with Mischief, I didn't want her being hunted. But as you can see, she's staying on the lead today, and will hopefully be a good girl. He's just going to sit and watch. What are you darling? Tried taking him for a little walk to find her yesterday, but he's happy near the lorry, where he's safe. Good boy, Spirit. And wash his eyes out again. It's a little bit of a third eyelid showing, but not as bad as before. So get all them washed out. I think it was just a bit of a dust in his eye and everything. Fingers crossed anyway. But yeah, we'll get them washed out and see what happens with him. Good morning from us, from Ribblehead. It's so early, the dew's on the grass and all the bits, so Chief just asked for a rug. And there you go, she's sitting in the sunshine and she's got a bit of shade as well. I'm not getting very much reception here at all, so the odd bit's getting through, but not enough to load up bits, so I'm just going to sort of carry on vlogging, and then I'll have to catch up with it all when I move to the next park up down the road, which, if I remember rightly, has got perfect reception to do things. As you can see, the road's right here. There's plenty of cars go straight past me. So if I need help or if I get any issues, I can just flag one down. But obviously, we're just meant to enjoy the internet while we're here. She certainly is, aren't you? You good girl. He's nesting in the front. Bless him. Right, so I've just finished washing my hair and having a flannel wash all over. So I'm just going to dry in the sun. Spirit's gone back into bed. It's still like sort of 8 in the morning. It's still quite early. And he's obviously going to be still quite lethargic because I've been dosing him up with meds as well. But yeah, like I say, if he can sleep off whatever it is that's worrying him, that's all good. I'm not going to worry too much at the moment. He's obviously up and out, brighter. He's eating, he's drinking, he's pooing, he's weeing. So at least that's all good. No worry with stomach signs or anything like that at the moment. So I'll wash his eyes and everything when he wakes up again. I'm not going to make up or anything on yet, so excuse me, the sun's right in my eyes. So Chief's still out hunting, as expected. I'm going to dry my hair here. I'm hoping that I'm just a little bit away from the lorry. There's a little bar of reception here, because there's no reception down there. But if I sit up here, hopefully I got a bit of reception, I can try and let you all know that I'm okay. Say me moving. And upload a few things. While my hair dries in the sun. I got a bit worried actually, because I was looked in my washing basket and I thought I'd left behind my plugging all my shower and stuff and everything that I'd emptied out, but I hadn't. I'd run out, and I thought I'd run out of spares, but no, I was alright. So yeah, my towel's just drying on the we're outside. Obviously still everything's all everything is this side, so it's not disturbing the public view, so when the people go past all they can see is the side of a lorry. Right, see if I can get things uploaded. So I think I figured out what's wrong with this little one, because if we touch this leg, it hurts him. So I think he's jumped and strained his leg. He's walking okay, everything fine with that, but that would explain why he's not walking about and everything else, and he's been jumping up and down off the inside. And he settles his leg, he makes sure he settles his leg before he sits down. So I think he's in a bit of pain. You see his extra third eyelids coming over here. But he's eating and drinking, and that's obviously where the pain relief's helped him. Isn't it, eh? I'm sleeping it off. So we'll just have to wait and let it settle and see what it is. He's obviously got himself hurt or a bite, or else obviously jumping up and down off the places Chief jumps up and down off. He's obviously overdone it a bit, haven't you? Hey, you've overdone it a bit and you've got a hurty leg. haven't you? It's not his tummy, it's just his leg, so... Oh, the front one's okay. That one's okay, and that one's okay, and that one's okay. It did feel warmed. And it's that side that's not okay. Wait up, Chief, you're going mad. She's playing grass chasing with me. She wants to have some time with me. Alright, so that's why he's sitting and watching for a bit. Because obviously he's pulled a muscle or twisted his leg or something. He's all walking fine and straight on it. Just very slowly. And good boy. Alright. So at least we know what it is. One bad leg. And whether or not that's the reason behind his eyelids, because that could be intestinal or respiratory, or just it's an issue that something's not right. Yeah, eh? But it was definitely better this morning, and he's obviously just snoozing at the moment. So what we'll do, we'll let him sleep a lot, sleep it off. I'll give him some more pain relief if I've got any left. And hopefully the leg will be better in a few days. I need a bit of play with her and play chase, which she's trying to want to play with him at the moment, and he just can't do it. But like I say, these eyelids, I have looked it up, and it could be anything really. It's like a secondary sign, or it could just be that he's, you know, something else underlying. You know, he's never been a fast-running, typical kitten, but I've treated him what I can. He's a good boy, isn't we? And he's what he is. Yeah, well, what he is, isn't he? Eh? Oh boy. So at least he's eating now, eating and drinking and poopsing. But, you know, a bad leg would obviously be not good for a baby. You see him just jumping up and down here. It's a long way to jump up and down. So obviously if he's jumped up and down and just twisted it a little bit. I mean, he did feel warm to my touch, his leg. So obviously I'm sensitive to things. I thought, oh, what's wrong with his leg? But obviously today, by touching it, he's telling me off. He's having a good old grumble. So, we'll see how things go. So this is just standing in the doorway of the lorry. And if we look over there, we should just be a sea sticky stone, helped by the rose that's now sat on top of it. Just there. We've got a beautiful white butterfly flying around, just landed on top of Sticky's head, Chief's head, as she went back out there. She watched at the door. She doesn't want to go to bed. She's going to settle down. She'll settle down in the shade there. As you see, she goes out of the sun and sits in the shade. I'm going to take a little walk up there in a minute. It's a bit hot. She's not worried about walking. She's quite happy sat there. There's the butterfly. It's been around us all day today. I'm going up. Oh, it's hot. Up then. Just come for a walk up to the rocks. It's very hot. So there's Penny Gant. Well, I haven't done yet. Done that one, and I've done that one. Where are you going? Are you looking for mices? What is it? Did you fall down a hole? I'm not going up after you. What's up there? What's it, Chief? What's up there? Yeah? Are they hot? Any mice? What? What's in there? Yeah? It's very, very hot. So, Chief, get out of there. Come on, Chief, come. She's going dick and diving now, caving. Chief, come, get out of there. Come on, this way. Don't want you getting hurt. Chief, come here, this way. Good girl. Why are you getting hurt? So this is where the raptors all come and hunt. There's a whole rock line all the way along here and all the way further along, and they come and hunt all the rodents and everything in here. There's also ground nesting birds as well, so obviously they'll be going after them as well. There's Grace sat down there. Oh, you're very noisy, aren't you? She's going to jump on my shoulder and I've got no jumper on. She's already had a little carry and I'm trying to make her walk. No, you stay down there. Right, don't then. She's on my shoulder. What are you doing? She obviously wants some safety. And she's obviously just make sure she's okay. So my shoulder is her escape route. And she'll have a little look and then she'll go down again. Alright? Good girl. So that's where the, oops, I can't see, viaduct is. Let me just go down this way a little bit, see if you can see it. So the viaduct is over there, and that's the station cafe, what you call it, pub, where you can park and go walkabouts up there. So your 3 peaks basically are that one, and that one, and that's where everybody goes to do their 3 peaks walk. So it's taken me a day to do them individually, these two. That one I did before Sticky died. That took me probably about 7-8 hours up the hard route for my last my other parking space I go into. This one I parked here and walked that one, and that took me I think 11 or 12 hours. And then I haven't done that one yet, but for that one I'll park right over where everybody else starts from. Yes, what you doing? I'm not going that way. Chief, this way, come on. So there's little pull-ins. Also sticking memorial stones here, which is why I park here, but also there's more space. Everybody tends to park all the way down. You can't, it's behind the hill. There's a big curve going down to the viaduct where they all park. There's a load of parking spaces, an ice cream van and a stream and a bridge. It's really nice down there. But I'm always up here at the way from people. Right, better get back before we get to Umber. Come on then you, let's go. Go. I'm just sat in front of the lorry now. Got a bit of a different view. Going over towards Horton and Ribblesdale. I've still got a cracked screen on this phone, so cracked camera. Obviously it's got a light shining. She's lying down in the shade now. She's learned to go between the sun and shade accordingly. She's finally caught. What have you got? What have you got? No, no, no! So Chief just had her first catch, but she's not allowed it because it's obviously a bird. Because we've got ground nesting birds here, which they're protected. So it doesn't matter. No! She says, why can't I? It's not a mouse. Only allowed mouses, aren't you? No, I'm putting this back. I've literally just moved her lead so she's got a bit more access, which was wrong because beforehand she could obviously just only get to the edges. He's come out to see what she's got going on. Hello, baby. No, you mustn't have this, so... No, we've got rules. She's not happy about that though, are you? My spirit. No, we're putting it back. All gone. That is the birdie flying away. She wasn't very impressed with that. So bird's all okay. She's just, it flown away. That's a bird, not a mouse. Wasn't it? She suddenly jumped. I think she saw it come down and land, and she was very quick. No, you can't have birdies, can you? She says no birdies allowed. Yeah, no birdies allowed. Right? Good catch though. Clever girl. Lie down. Good girl. You two stay there. Alright, Spirit. Good boy. You coming out, Spirit? Good boy. Hello, darling. You watch the road. Hello, beautiful. He's a good boy. I'm keeping the lead off him because I'll be keeping an eye on him, and he goes in and he won't be scared. And I don't think he can walk very far with a sore leg or whatever's wrong with him at the moment. Hey? All he does is walk everywhere. He's never done anything but walk, so I don't know if he came like that or... You're a good boy, aren't you? You've never ever sort of run around like a mad kitten, have you? Hey? You're a good boy. Where are you going? Do you watch the road? Oh, what's that? Oh, scary road. Good boy. Hey? Good boy. You doing, Chief? She said, where's that bird gone? You're not having birdies. Spirit's getting brave and going a bit further. Where are you going, Spirit? Hey? Chief, go look after Spirit. Good boy. I don't think I'm going to lose him as easy as I'm going to lose Chief in this grass with him being so white. What are you doing today, baby? Got you, Chief. What are you doing, darling? Oh, birds are flying. Before I move from here, I want to try and get some film of the owls. So I'm not going to move yet. I'm going to move tomorrow morning and see if I can get the owls flying tonight. Look at Chief. Hey, Spirit. Don't you go near the road. He's a good boy. What are you doing? He's a good boy. So I'm just sat here having a good old muse and think about my future going forward, Grace, and the vehicles I need. Hello, Spirit. Hello, Spirit. Obviously I wanted to be able to sort of spend a lot of time in North Yorkshire and the lakes and Scotland, and I'm actually scared shitless driving her. I'm way too slow on the roads for everybody. I'm doing like sort of 20 miles an hour and holding everybody up. 30, 40 at best. Downhill is just one of my things. Must be an old age thing. I don't know. I've always been like it, to be fair. But with her being top heavy and it being such a big vehicle, and my fear is just, my anxiety is just too much. And I'm alright if I can do 20 miles an hour everywhere, up and down the hills. But with a wider vehicle on these narrow roads and the hills, and then even going down short, sharp, little steep hills, I just got to go so slowly, and I'm too scared to run on with it in case she doesn't stop, in case I can't slow her down. Because obviously the weight behind her as well, you've got so much power behind her, and she just runs away with you. And I'd rather sort of start braking at the top and stay under control than have the fear of brakes failing. Well, that aside though, I'm just really, really struggling. So now I'm just trying to think, what do I do? I'm not even going to carry on with what I was going to do up here and the places I was going to go, because I just can't drive around here. I'm going to do my couple of stops down here, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this short. Go home and load. We think I'll probably go down to the other meet down Lincoln Way and spend some time down there, because obviously it's easier to drive around there, easier to find park up, and everything else. And I've got something just turned up. So I think we might be going back to the original plan of letting Grace go before the MOT. And whether that means I've got to go back to a car, unless I can find a very old camper or a van, an empty van or something I can start with. Obviously limited to the value of the vehicle I can have this year. And also obviously fuel costs and everything. I'm just stuck. I can't go anywhere where I want to get to. I struggled anyway in the transit going up and down the hills. That terrified me enough, and I can't get this thing to places I want to go to spend time at. I can't get near any water, which is important for me. I'm not going to get emotional, because I'm emotional enough obviously being here just after scattering the ashes and everything. Grace needed to come here. I really wanted to get Grace here and Mischief and Spirit here, to close that chapter, to finish that journey with the cats. I've obviously got a lovely place here. I can come, my memorial place and everything. But even parking Grace here, Even parking Grace here, I had a few farmers come down to make sure I'm not pinching their sheep. Come to see what the lorry's all about. But yeah, she's top heavy obviously, and she wobbles. I'm not so much worried about the wobbling. I am just worried about size for I'm not using space in her. I'm certainly not using the cat room. They live with me. They obviously only go in there when we're travelling. I can quite happily cope even with a car with these two, as long as I've got somewhere for my lube bucket and my camp stove and a bed. So we'll see what sort of comes about and everything. But I mean, I can't really afford to get to the Overlander show, but if I'm going to sell her, I suppose the idea was to sort of go down there and let her go. That'd be the ideal place to find a home for her. I love her. She served a purpose. She's done me proud. If I had that bit of land already and I had somewhere to park her up and live in her, fine. She is a living wagon. She's not a travelling wagon. This is the problem, you know. I love living in her. She's the perfect size for me to live in. But I'm not there yet. Obviously things have gone a bit tits up. I'm a bit patient over that, but I mean, even a big car and a tent, you know, would do me better and get me to where I need to get to than what she's doing at the moment. All I'm doing is sat here, you know. She's enjoying her hunting, but she's outside the lorry because it's hot. I mean, the good thing about her is you can actually lie underneath her. We get shade from her, obviously. But she's a big monster and she's a big home on wheels. I just don't think I could cope another year with her. Not against her, but I mean, I can't cope not being able to get to where I want to get to and not being able to go where I want to go to during my year out. If I'm going to be having this year out, I want to go to where I want to go to. Hi, sweetie. And I can't. And that would probably ruin me more than struggling to sort of be in her. So, I mean, I certainly can't go through, I'm crying thinking about how scared I was. I had to go through a B road that terrified me. I just sat and I thought, even just going on the Manchester Road, didn't mean to go that way, sat nav sent me that way. I'm terrified, I'm scared, and when you're going slowly and you've got big juggernauts behind you, obviously trying to hold themselves back with the brakes and everything. And I'm going faster down there. It's not as though I'm going as bad as I was, but I still can't go with the flow of traffic. And that's dangerous for everybody else. It's not for anybody else as well as being dangerous for me. So as wonderful as it is here, I'm having to obviously do some real heart searching and think about what I need and what I want. And like I said before, and if I just get a van that's empty, a dirty builder's van, doesn't matter about what it's got in it, I can obviously take my battery, my solar, my camp stove, my lube buckets out of here. I mean, that's all I need. And a mattress, you know, as long as I've got a bed to sleep on and I'm comfortable, that's my main need. These cars turning up all the time now. Hi, Spirit. Hi, baby. So yeah, I mean, obviously a Spopsy would be good, but then I need to get my insurance money sorted for whatever vehicle I'm going to be having. I can do that monthly, it's not an issue. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to be cutting this short. I'm not going to go up. My plan was to go up Redcar. I can't afford to go up there and go back down the other end and think about if I'm going to get to Overlander as well. I can't afford Overlander even at the moment. I can afford to go home and get to the other one. I didn't realise it was shorter than up here. So at the moment, like I say, we're just going to enjoy a couple of weeks up here and head home and start rethinking. Good girl on guard. Come on. Teeth, that'll do. Teeth, that'll do. Come on. Teeth, finish. That'll do. Come on. Quick, quick. In. Come on. Oh, they're still there. That's why they're around the corner there. I don't know if she's hunting or on guard. I think she's hunting to be... You hunting a sheep, Chief? I think that's a bit big for you. They stamp on you. I've got my hand on the lead ready to pull her out of the way if need be. Just curious how brave she is. Obviously, oh, hello. Connie's not really the feisty one. She was obviously out loose with them last night as well. So I'm intrigued as to how she survived. Oh, we have just arrived at my Ingleborough car park. Scare me again, going in at these bloody... coming down that bricking ramp there, I just rolled it forward here. Scare me to death. It's a big girl, I don't know if I parked her well. I'm trying to park her for... There we go, Mischief to actually come out and play, look. But the walkers come up through here, so they're going to go going straight past us, but it is what it is. Trying to park so the cars can still come in, the dog walkers can still come in with their cars, look. So they can come alongside me if they need be. Very hard to get a flat spot, but these are sticky stones that he used to be on, and Connie's climbed on them. We've had photographs of them all on here. So it'd be somewhere nice to get a bit of exercise with these. And above there's Ingerborough, which I'll try and show you some of later. We've got sheep and birds and everything here again, but this will do. Where are you going? You doing up there? Eh? You climbing? Do you climbing? So there's mouses up here, she says. Mouses up here. It's so hot today. We've just put the, got to follow the shade of the lorry. So I've just put the chair around the front of the lorry, and Chief's got a rug on the floor here. Just sit in the shade. It's a belter today. Lovely views. So that means hopefully the shadow will be on the rock side tonight, this evening, which is better for us. It's not even to go for a walk or anything. Hey Chief, hey, good girl. Got to keep an ear out. Spirit's asleep in the front of the cab at the moment, but if he jumps out, I'm going to have to keep an eye out for him. But lovely view, eh? Just missing a big lake to paddle in. All I can do is make them sit in the shade of the lorry at the moment. And it's all this side, look. I need it that side. So hopefully when the sun's gone over the top, I'll be able to have a bit shadier our side, rather than move the lorry. Just got to hold on a bit longer, and then we can enjoy some shady grass and rocks. Okay, so it was way too hot up at the top of Ingleton, and everyone was telling me it was just going to get worse, and we had no shelter. The lorry got to just under 40 degrees inside. We were trying to be shut in to protect ourselves. We couldn't have the door open, cats would get too hot outside. Inside it was even worse. No wind, no shelter, so I wasn't going to suffer anymore. So all I've been able to do is thinking, well, I had to go down the hill, which was scary enough, and get back down onto the main A road. And I've come back to Hellifield, the lay-by with the cafe in it. At least it's got a bit of shade from the trees. But it's such a mess either side. I just had to bash down some nettles and that, just when getting in and out of the lorry, because obviously I had to go that way round to get in and out. Mischief's very hot. She's panting at the moment, but she's coming in and sitting in the shade. I've left Spirit inside for a minute. We just had to sort of get Chief out. She probably needs a good drink and everything. I put foil up at the windows and all sorts, and just can't protect myself from this heat. So yeah, just had to sort of move. So that's the end of my North Yorkshire haunts. And of course I had no others to go to, which was the worry. There was some other park for nights that were upon little lanes, which I was not prepared to go and do with Grace after the experience I've had. I just didn't want to scare myself anymore. So at the moment it looks like I'm just heading homewards again. Hopefully I've got internet here, and I'll try to look for some other park-ups and lay-bys on the main road, but it's just such a main road, and all the lay-bys bar this one are just like beside it, and no shelter, and with all the lorries and cars going past, and that's not safe for any of us. Obviously Chief's had such a wonderful time being out hunting and in the grass. It's such a shame to take that away from her, so I'm really gutted about that. But we've got shade at the moment, even if it is nasty. I literally pulled all the mattress out, the spare mattress out from behind the bed, and chucked it into the lorry. We were trying to lie under the lorry. We just couldn't escape it. It was just too hot, and I didn't want the cats to suffer. Mischief just likes to be out in it. She just gets too hot and she has to be called in because she's too fixed on hunting. She just comes in when she's too hot, and I don't want to her risk on getting heat stroke. I mean, Spirit's having a bad enough time as it is, bless him. He at least is sensible and lies down on the floor and tries to find a cool spot, but there's no air going with that van. My fan is going, I've got it on a battery just going constantly, but it doesn't push enough airflow around the lorry at all. And of course I've only got the door open, the windows are open, I've got no other way of getting air through. Of course there's no insulation in the cat room. And even the back that's the hottest at the moment, which seems daft. But anyway, I've got to put my mattress back together, remake my bed. And it's just chucked everything in just to get out of there. It was just searing up to, silly numbers inside. I mean, and I struggled when it was 33 to see it go like 37, 38. I stopped counting then. So as you can see, I'm sat outside with a towel, mopping myself down. Chief's behind me, just in the shade for a minute, but I've got to go and rescue Spirit in a minute. But I can't cope with both in case somebody brings a dog here. So anyway, this month away in North Yorkshire and red car, and that's not exactly going to plan, is it? But like I say, the good thing is I've scattered the ashes, had a wonderful time doing that. It's very special, I've done what I had to do. It looks like we're going to be heading down Lincolnshire instead, but we're not going anywhere in this heat. We've got to try and find somewhere to hide out.